What is good, y'all? SGG family, baby. It's your boy SmooveGotGame, aka GM Smooth, back with my Cincinnati Reds, man, ready to take on more of this beginning part of the season. You can see we're 3-0. So are the St. Louis Cardinals, though. So we definitely have some catching up to do, though. For those of you guys that missed the first episode, yes, we swept Milwaukee. First time through, 6-3 and 11-5 on the first two games. A bunch of offense coming through, a 6-4 performance. So already more than 6 runs in all 3 of the games. Pitching hasn't had to be too stressed, but I am thankful for it, man. So here today, we will have to go up against St. Louis in a 3-game series. Now, fortunately for us, they are 3-0 as well, facing their back half of the order. They're going against our back half. So this will be an early test to see who's going to take the early season lead. And of course, we still got 159 games left. 3-0 means nothing at this point because we can honestly finish 3-159. But we got Luis Castillo on the mound today. All of our offensive starters are ready to go. Nobody needs a day off just yet. So we're looking pretty strong as we go ahead and get into this matchup against St. Louis, man. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys are enjoying the series. If you guys are loving it, please leave a comment down below. I saw people vote this as their most favorite series, so comment down below what makes you like the series so much, what can improve it and make it better, what can I do to make you actually watch through the longevity, because I can't see how long y'all be watching. So what would make you guys start watching all the way to the end? Make sure you guys get to the end. The most exciting points of the video almost always happen near the end, or at least the middle. So let me know things that I can do to make the series more exciting. Let me know if you like the post commentary style, because this is post commentary, or would you rather me go back to live commentary like I do for my Lions Rebuild and almost every other series that I do. But let's jump back into this game. Jake Odorizzi will be the starting pitcher, and I know I'm getting back into baseball, so I'm relearning people's names. So if I butcher your favorite player's name, sorry. 8-15, a 4.43 ERA last season. Not too good of a starting pitcher, but probably what you expect out of the 4 or 5. So hopefully that means we can tee up against him. We've scored more than 6 runs in our first 3 games, and I expect the bats to be just as on fire here today. Jonathan India already started off the season, batting almost .290 as our leadoff hitter once again. My very trusted leadoff batter. I don't think I've ever trusted a leadoff batter more than him, other than like Brett Gardner or Ricky Weeks, Jimmy Rollins. I put him in that kind of category as far as a leadoff hitter. He'll give you some pop, 15 to 20 home runs. He'll get on base pretty much, 270 to 290 hitter, sometimes 300 if he's really feeling it. But here today, leads us off with a leadoff single in the lineup there from Cesar Hernandez. 1 out. Rafael Devers, new addition, takes this pitch. We be out into right field, and it will be caught. The throw will come in, though. India was trying to lead forward as he thought it might have been a hit down the line. Bad read from him, and that'll be a double play to go ahead and stop our offense. Now coming up for our pitchers, Luis Castillo, former ace, who I thought was really going to have a great season. You see the numbers he put up, 7 for 13, 5.89 ERA, ended up getting taken out of the starting rotation about middle of the way through the season when I still thought we might have had a chance to squeeze in a wildcard spot, and spent the rest of the season as our long reliever. So we'll see if he's worthy of staying in our starting rotation this year. And the first person he'll face off against is Tommy Edman. First pitch of the ball game. Circle chain is already looking nasty as he go ahead and paints the corner there, 0-1. This is a little dribbler over to India. Picked up, thrown over to first. Got the first out. Now, Luis Castillo, I really did think he was going to be our ace a couple years ago. I thought he was going to be like the ace of the future. He pitched very well in the first season that we had him. I think he was our starting pitcher number 2 or 3 at the time, and he was on the ERA below 4. Had a very good winning record at the time of us being a struggling team. So I really thought he would take off to be the ace. Last year struggled. And so far, at least in this season, with this one start that we got to see from him, he looks like he might be back to his first year kind of stuff. The stuff was looking pretty good on the ground. Circle change was looking amazing. 4-seam was coming in with some heat. Here we got a 3-1 count as he goes in and loses Paul Goldschmidt here for the walk. It starts off the second inning with a runner on first base. Trevor Story up next. Got to be careful with him, and this is on the ground to Devers. He'll scoop it, throw over to India to first. Aguilar gets him. It's a double play. And just like that, it's like nobody was even on base. You got Dylan Carlson up next. Liner to India. And that'll end the second inning. We go ahead and jump things forward a little bit here to the bottom of the third. Still no runs scored for either team. And this ball is going deep out in the right field. Granger giving chase at the warning track. It'll hit up against the wall. And that'll be enough for a double as this throw goes a little wild. Thankfully, Hernandez is there to pick it up and go ahead and throw over to third. But we have a runner at second now, no outs. Jacob Stallings coming up, and this is down the line. Joey Gallo will try to come in and play it. Bad angle as he hits up against the wall. And that'll be an RBI double. And just like that, Luis Castillo gives up the first one of the ball game with still no outs in this inning. Gotta really hope this inning does not get away from him. Chopper over to Aguilar. He'll go ahead and just trot this over to first base. And with one out, runner at third, Eduardo up next, and Mundo up next. This is a little popper over to Rafael Devers. He'll catch it, glove it, 2 outs. Nolan Arenado, not who you want to see up with the runner in scoring position, but we're able to go in the chopper to India and in the third inning. So far, 3 innings of work, 1 earned run given up. And as far as our bats, going up to the top of the 5th, been pretty cold here today. As Doug Granger, our first round pick last year, came straight up to the majors and is in his second season. This is a fly ball deep out to left field. Warning track wall, it's gone! Home run out of the bullpen, and that'll tie up this ball game. Can't call him Rook no more, but the former Rookie of the Year hits his second home run of the season, and this one ties up the ball game. And when we had almost no offense to that point, this is a very clutch home run there to tie this ball game up. We go ahead and jump forward now. Bottom of the 5th, as that was the only offense that occurred in that inning. We skip ahead, 1 out, 2-2 count. Luis Castillo gives up a little base hit, looped into center field here. Jacob Stallings is up next, 1-2. This is a liner out to Jay Allen. He'll go ahead and come in. Love that, the young rookie patrolling center field. Looking pretty good up there so far. And having a great start to his season too, as well as this one is lined out to right field. Granger comes in, gloves it. No move up there, so we got first and second, 2 outs. Edmundo up again. He'll just watch that circle change hit the black like he's been doing all day. Another circle change washed in. 0-2, 70 pitches to this point. He's already thrown 22 in this inning, so this is probably the most loose he done got all day. As here comes pitch 71 is a liner foul ball. So hopefully he's not starting to get tired here. The 0-2 gets him to look at the circle change up in the zone, froze him, and gets out of a very crucial inning there. We'll keep him out for the bottom of the 6th. Pitch count starting to get kind of high as we go ahead and start to worry. Is this curves foul? Nolan Arenado almost made this 2-1 and almost made me regret my decision to bring him back out. But the 1-2 swings it, misses at the 4-seamer. And Luis Castillo is finally starting to look strong. Only 1 earned run through 6. 80 pitches in though. This is a chopper over to India. He'll glove it. Throw will go over to first base and they call him safe. And after that play, they give me the ability to challenge. You know, as any smart GM, I go ahead and call up my person up in the booth. So what do you think you see up there? Yeah, we're not looking at the replay or anything. Oh, okay. You said don't do it. Oh, it looked close. Oh, okay, yeah, we won't do it. All right, so no challenge there. That time we'll go ahead and give him first base, and I don't know if that was a good idea. As with 1 out, this is a fly ball deep into the outfield. Gallo will play it short to the wall. That'll keep the runner from scoring. Playing it nice and compact. You could have backed up and let it bounce, but that's a smart veteran move right there. Now we go ahead and get a mound visit in as we're looking kind of tired. And I'm looking, do I bring in Eliza Hernandez? I don't want to, just in case there's a bad situation later on. He needs to come in and actually long relieve. So I'm thinking here I'm going to call up my favorite one, Jordan Hicks. He's been good against righties so far this season. He's been good relievers for me. And we'll just go ahead and have him warm up just in case this inning gets loose. We got 2nd and 3rd, 1 out here. This is a cracked bat back to Castillo for the first 2nd out of the inning. And just like that, any out matters now. Unfortunately, we got a 3-1 count here to Dylan Carlson. Watches the 4-seamer go over. Full count. 92 pitches in, and that is a walk. Not what you want to have happen. We're getting closer to 100, so I think for sure, no matter what happens, this is either his last inning or last batter. Now 0-2 after he swings through the circle change there. Watches the slider, and as all good pitchers should want to do against righties, when you're a righty, is throw that low slider away from him and let him go chase it, and that'll end the 6th inning as well as his day of work. 6 innings of work. Only 1 earned run. Not going to be on the hook for the win. Unfortunately, as we skip ahead to the top of the 8th, still 1-1 here. And it's one of our last chances to get some offense going. Tyler Stevenson with 1 out. Cracks this one on the ground. Second baseman will come. Glove. Throw to first. Almost sold a little bit. But Jonathan India will be up. 2-1 count now. He'll chop this one out. Shallow right field. He'll come underneath and glove it with the easy catch. And that'll basically do things here for the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. I ended up going with Eliza Hernandez. Because the game was still tied, I didn't see us, kind of pulling this one out. So I was like, I'm just going to let him finish up the game no matter what. We might bring in our closer if we were to take the lead. But here at the bottom of the 8th, we are still down, or tied 1-1. Runner at first base. Hernandez will glove this, throw over to India. And that'll be a clutch double play there to go ahead and end things in this inning. With 2 outs, Paul Goldsmith will come up next. Watches that four-seamer come across. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And that is a high fly ball. Will it curve foul just like the other one did earlier? No, this will have just enough room to be a home run. Paul Goldschmidt puts the Cardinals ahead here late in the bottom of the 8th inning. Eliza Hernandez gives up the go-ahead score here off the solo shot. Deep hooking, but just enough to stay fair this time. As now we are down 2-1, and we got to stop the bleeding here. As Trevor Story lines this one deep out to right field. Is trailing away from Granger, and he'll get it just before the warning track. Now we really only have one more opportunity to go ahead and take this victory away. Cesar Hernandez will come up with a full count. Watches the four-seamer, gets the call, and that'll be an easy walk. Giovanni Gallegos coming in for the save for St. Louis. 2-2, and he gets back to a full count. Devers looking 0-3 on the day, and he lines this one right over the middle. It's gloved. Very first out there, but lucky it wasn't a double play at least. Still a chance to score the tie run and winning run in one swing as Gallo swings through the circle change. Not ready for prime time, and it's Jesus Aguilar. Game on the line. 1-2 count after watching a very testy called strike two. Giovanni looking, dealing, throws it in, and that is a four-seamer low. Gets drilled deep to center field, but he'll have time to get under it. And your St. Louis Cardinals will stay undefeated longer than the Cincinnati Reds, dropping us to 3-1 after the loss. They go up to 4-0 and take game 1 of the series. But that's okay. Baseball is more of a sport of winning series, more so than winning games. If you can win, I'm pretty sure that's probably a good stat. Like if you win every series of the season, you're probably in the postseason. You might even be the 1 seed. I don't know. I'd have to do the math on that. But if you win every single series you play in, I gotta say that's gotta be a lot of wins. Gotta be. But we got 2 more chances to go ahead and make that happen, at least in this series, and come away with 2 series victories to start the season. Very cold game here. Only 4 hits. Doug Granger's home run was our lone run of the day. But we got a very important part. You saw the title of the episode. Hunter Greene is making his MLB debut this season as we go ahead and get him ready to face off here against the St. Louis Cardinals in game 2. As you see our top prospects here, he's actually our top and number 12 in all of MLB. Anderson Espinosa, who we just drafted, is at 42. Jay Allen also making the start appearance at 62. Chase Petty's at 87. But apparently, Brad Parks might be somewhere in between Greene and Espinosa. So I don't know. He doesn't have a ranking, but I don't know if that's just because he's not at the major league level. But it might be almost time for him to make a call up. Josh Worth, also someone we drafted last year. But going and getting into this start, it does look like we get Hunter Greene a 3-run lead here early to go ahead and help out with his confidence. He's a young pitcher. He needs all the help that he could possibly get here to go ahead and settle down. And the first person he has to face is Tommy Edman. 294 in the season. 1-1 pitch here. This is lined deep to right field. It will be gloved. So now he can calm down a little bit. He's got his first out of his career. And not that much time left to go here, as this one is chopped on the ground for a base hit. So now he's got his first out and his first base hit given up. So just more and more first coming out of the way so he can calm down a little bit, as this is a line base hit into the outfield. That's a lot of speed going over to third, and he will get in there. And now we've got runners at the corners with 1 out. So now his first stressful situation of his career. A lot of first coming in this first inning. Tyler O'Neill, 2-1, lines this one deep left field. It's going back to the warning track, the wall. It'll be gloved. And they'll go ahead and throw that one in, and a run will come around. So now it's 3-1. Luckily for him, it's 2 outs, but Paul Goldschmidt is up as he swings through the changeup low, and he'll get out of this inning. Still 3-1 going into the bottom of the second, as he gets another four-seamer in there, already throwing that high heat, 99 to 100. You already know that's one of the reasons why I was so afraid to, or so glad to finally call him up. That's a lot of heat to be done at AAA or AA. And honestly, his pitches are so fast, I'm not afraid to throw anything. It could be 3-0 where you have to lay a four-seamer over the middle. They know it, we know it, and I'm not afraid at all. Now in the top of the third, we were able to go ahead and get 1 run back for him. So he's still got a 3-run lead here, as the first batter he faces flies this one out to center field. And we'll go ahead and continue this off back at the top of the lineup. Little chopper back to the pitcher. Hunter Greene, what's that arm look like? He throws 100 miles to the plate. You think he's not going to get that out there at first base? 2 outs. And this is off the foot of Edmundo. And we'll have to see Nolan Arenado up next, as it's 2 outs. Runner first. He's taking off, and he gets another strikeout there to go ahead and get him swinging. And that'll go ahead and do things as we go to the top of the fourth.
2 runs come around, and there it is, exploding as 5 runs come around in the top of the 4th inning. And now you can really get calm. Change up. Gets him to swing and miss. Next batter up, Paul Goldschmidt, 4-seamer. Can you tell he's starting to calm down a little bit? That's 2 back-to-back strikeouts. 2-2 count. 2 outs. Swing and miss at the changeup low. That's 3 strikeouts. Trevor Story's going back to the bench. Oh, we're not done. Dylan Carlson, you're up next. 1-2. Swinging and miss through the high heat. That's 4 straight strikeouts. The strikeout stuff was on full display. Joshua Baez pops this one up. But Hunter Greene gonna do it himself. He says, I got this. I got you guys. I gave it 1 run. I need to get my get back. So he goes in and makes the play there. And then what does he do after that? Swing and a miss at the low slider. We just seen a run through 2 innings of 5 strikeouts. Keep that in mind when I tell you what the end of the game totals are. But 5 strikeouts right there in 2 innings. Bottom of the 6th here. Little pop fly out to the outfield to go get the first out. We're still up 9-1, and that's off the shoulder blade. As we will have his first base runner on in a while. Nolan Arenado takes this ball into the gap, and it will get down, not bounce over the wall. Probably one of those situations where you do wish it did bounce over for the automatic double rule, but he will have to go ahead and settle here as far as getting up another run. 9-2 is the score here. This is a fly ball deep to center field. This one will be underneath and gloved as we're able to go ahead and get that out. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Just 1 more batter to go. Paul Goldschmidt. 0-2. Swings and misses at the 98 heat on the inner hands. When he gets through 6 innings, we're going to send him out for a 7th to see what he can do. A 3-0 count. 82 pitches through his day. And like I said, I'm not afraid to lay that thing over. 4-seamer. Another 4-seamer at 97. He's chopping it. He's tired throwing 97. Some pitchers in the major leagues be fully rested throwing 97. He's tired throwing 97. Now, unfortunately, it's a base hit off the full count for Trevor Story. But Dylan Carlson up next, full count. Swings and misses at the changeup. That's another out. Joshua Baez, 0-2. Swings and misses through the 4-seamer. 2 outs, runner at first. We're at 100 pitches now. And we go ahead and get a nice little pop fly out to the outfield. Kind of middle to shallow. And that'll be the final out of Hunter Greene's day here. We end this thing off. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. No walks, 12 strikeouts. 0 walks, 12 strikeouts, and only 4 hits. That man stuff is electric. It is crazy. And I'm telling you right now, this dude right here, for sure, is going to be a starter long term. That start, in my mind, completely eliminates any thought to ever send him back down to AAA, back down to AA. He's at the major league level to stay. And I think he's even excluded himself from long reliever roles. He might be moving up the rotation. Now, I don't know if I'll do that mid-season or what. But let's talk about Jonathan India too. 4 for 6 day here, 3 ribbies, 3 runs. So he definitely bounced back in a major way. Got a home run, his first of the season. Gallo hit his 3rd. And now between him and India, they're on an RBI race right now. And Devers, all of them at 7 RBIs on the season. But yeah, 12 strikeouts was amazing. Seth Lugo gave up a solo home run there late, but we're able to go ahead and close things out 10-3 for the final victory here. As Hunter Greene looked so impressive in his start, and we matched that up the next day with a series loss here as we lose to the Cardinals in Game 3, 7-3. Once again, I mean, pretty good offense, but the pitching rotation kind of sold us in this one. 15 hits, 7 runs is not what we're used to seeing from our pitching staff, especially not our ace. Severino, 4 runs, 9 hits, 4 2/3. Hernandez came in and gave it 3 earned runs on his long relief work, so that didn't really help, but we would have lost regardless. The runs only capped out at about 3 a day. Even if we dropped our 6 that we normally do, still would have been a loss. Now, as far as AAA, let's go ahead and look, as they've had their first 2 games of the season. It looks like they're experiencing some pitching woes as well. And not even from the starters. It's the relievers selling it down here. Santillani getting the loss here. 3 earned runs in 1 inning of play. Diaz gave up 2 earned runs and only got 1 out before we had to go ahead and get up out of there. And in game 2, we lose 3-5 again. I mean, not scoring a whole lot, but still giving up 6 runs, 5 runs is not what we want to do. Ashcraft here gave up 3 earned runs. We could have walked out of here with a dub for Kyle Tyler. 2 earned runs, but it just wasn't in the cards. Now, thankfully, we matched up that last loss with the dub here against Milwaukee. 5-2 on the season as we go ahead and drop 7 runs. Victor Robles coming in relief, getting a home run, 2 RBIs for him. Joey Gallo hitting 2 doubles and 2 RBIs today. And we win this ball game 7-3. So it was a great victory for us. Mahaley coming in getting a win, 5 2/3, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 strikeouts. Lugo, Gratterall, and Caesar. Great work out in the bullpen. Caesar even getting his first save of the season. Even though it probably should have been Lucas Sims. You know how I feel when my closer don't come in and get the save. But I guess we were up by 4, so they didn't even think they want to pull them back in. But that is a great way to end the episode, man. We go from 3-0 to 5-2. So, you know, a nice 2-2 video here. But that'll be because next time we do have a special surprise as well as this Major League debut. We got another debut to check out. So we go ahead and look at the final stats, kind of scrolling through. I'm very impressed by how the offense has looked. Not too many chances for the bench to get active yet, but we will see that as the season goes on. And I'm very proud of my pitchers. They're pitching great. The bullpens look good. And I got to say, I'm proud of this team as a whole. They look way better than they have in previous years. And the 5-2 start is a great testament to that. Now, as far as the surprise that I got for you, next video, we will be doing a full game with rookie Anderson Espinosa in his first ever AA start to get a look at what his stuff looks like. You saw he was a top 100 prospect, one of the top 3 prospects on the team. So who knows how long until he's at the major league level. And then our pitching rotation could look very, very scary if his stuff is good. So I look forward to seeing that. I hope you guys look forward to it as well, man. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you guys are enjoying the series and ready for the next episode, if it really is your favorite, I need to see reasons down below. And if it's not your favorite and you stay to this point in the video, let me know things that you think I could do to make it better, all right? So it's been your boy, SGG, the King of Games, aka SmooveGotGame. And I will catch you guys in the next video. GM Smooth is out, and these Reds are looking scary. Let's get it.